Okay, so in the meantime, we know that the president has launched this initiative, and well, so Kwesi, tell us, has this already been in the offing? Because we know that it's part of the manifesto promise as well, if not, in terms of trying to provide digital appliances or trying to make schools more digitalized, so to speak, and this whole initiative.
Yeah, thank you. So broadly, it's part of the education transformation agenda. And of course, I mean, if you look at the education transformation agenda, it's just geared towards achieving what we call socio-economic transformation through education, particularly within this 21st century, where the order of the day has more been on digitalization. And at every point, we've always maintained that there is always a link between education and socio-economic transformation. And the quality of education is also a very crucial question that we have to answer. If we look at education, largely it's pivoted on three main variables. Access, which there has been a lot of interventions from basic school level with free compulsory universal basic education, even up to the senior high school level, where access has been widely opened with the introduction of the free senior high school policy. But of course, access alone is not enough. The quality of education is also very crucial, because if you look at the education that we were used to as a people, is an education that were training students who were not necessarily critical thinkers, who were not problem solvers, students who were not assertive, and who could not use education to transform the socio-economic fortunes in the country that we had. But I mean, gradually, that phase of our education system is gradually fading, particularly within the fourth industrial revolution, where the rest of the world is talking about digitization and the fact that you have to take advantage of technological devices and equipment to be able to improve upon the quality of education that you have as a people. And so it's become very crucial that within this 21st century, the fourth industrial revolution, I mean, particularly meeting with the SDG 4 goal, which talks about quality education, certainly you will need to beef up the quality component of education, because it's only when you have access, when you have quality, that is where you have relevance. Access, quality, and relevance. And what do we mean by relevance? Largely borders on education having an impact on the socio-economic transformation. So within this space, the fourth industrial revolution, and as part of the broader agenda of education transformation, the president of the land, of course, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, together with his vice, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, and the Minister for Education, Dr. Elsedu Chum, yesterday launched a very historic phase within our educational development phase with the introduction of this one student, one tablet. It is also important to add that, I mean, right after COVID, the post-COVID, we began the distribution of laptops to also teachers. So this is just a way or aggressive way of revolutionizing our education space to make sure that we're able to have an impact on our socio-economic transformation at the end of the day.
How much are we spending on this?
I mean, that was the question that I was expecting in a country. I mean,
should ask you the question?
No, it's valid. It's valid. Particularly, I mean, it's valid, but I mean, the reason is largely based on the fact that, particularly, we are more interested in procurement than impact, and a lot of times, if you do not balance it well, you may have a situation where the excellence and the impact is not going to be felt and discussed thoroughly. But of course, I'll refer you to the GET Fund formula, which is obviously a parliamentary document. The allocation, what all the details are there. I mean, these are figures I'm unable to produce all of them offhand. But the GET Fund formula, which is a public document, contains all the details.
So how much are we spending on this?
I just answered you.
You said it's in a book. And now you are here. No, you are the spokesperson. So
no, I am saying that this pertains to figures that I do not have it offhand. But I refer you to the GET Fund formula, which is a parliamentary document and a larger extent a public document, which contains all, in terms of cost arrangements pertaining to this one teacher. Sorry, this one is one student, one tablet distribution. So it is not, I mean, a procurement which was done in secrecy. It is a parliamentary document, which in a sense is a public document. But I mean, clearly, if you are quoting figures, you need to be very careful, particularly if you don't have the full figures with you at the moment.
All right. How many are we supplying first time?
So the entire distribution is about 1.3 million, like the president rightly stated.
By in phases, right?
So yes, obviously it's in phases, but by September this year, all the 1.3 million should be distributed.
So how much is ready now?
The 1.3 million is ready, like the president stated, but I'm saying that in terms of the distribution, that is going to take phases. I understand 450,000 will move within the first phase. Of course, that is also...
So it means that we have the tablets ready?
Yeah, the tablets are ready.
How much did we spend on the tablets?
Roland, I don't know why you are so much bent on a question that I've already answered. And I'm saying that transparency is very key. But it is also important that I also become very measured and do not put out facts that I do not have at the moment. I am saying that, and once again, if you ask the same question, I'll repeat the same answer for you. I'm saying that in terms of the cost, it is a public knowledge that it is in the GET fund formula, a parliamentary document which is also a public document. But of course, if you are going to push me on it, the only answer I can give to you that I will get the document once again and refer to you.
When you were coming here, you knew I'll ask you the question,
obviously,
right?
obviously.
So is that the line of response across the sectional areas of the media when costs for this project is asked?
What is so difficult for a media person to also take that at least responsibility and also find out, particularly when I've made reference to a document which is a public document? No, I don't think this is a very big issue. It is not as though we've not priced the tablets, but I'm saying that for certainty sake, I do not have the figure offhand. And it is a more reason why I referred you to the document that contains the figure. Of course, I mean, even yesterday in the media station that I'll hold on with mentioning. Yesterday, when I referred them to the document, they were able to produce it. So, I mean, it's not a matter of secrecy, but it has more to do with accuracy. And I'm saying that when you
I haven't said you are being secret, though. I just asked you the cost. No, you are saying I should go and refer to a document. So
I am saying that in terms of the cost,
to the document.
In terms of the Roland, I'm saying that in terms of the cost, I do not have the figure of it. It's not about. I mean, these are figures that I'm going to mention, and I'm saying that I do not have the figures offhand. But the figures are captured in the GET fund formula, which is a parliamentary document and at the same time a public document. So I'm sure even by now, ordinarily, your producer should be able to produce such a document, particularly when I don't have it on set, and we discuss it. So, I mean, questions of transparency, like you rightly indicated, is very valid, particularly when government of Ghana is the one sponsoring. And you see, I mean, the more reason why I also did not even want to situate the whole conversation on costs is that, I mean, precedent has demonstrated that in events like this and in historic moments like this, if you are not very careful, people like you will be so much obsessed with cost and procurement issues, and at the end of the day, the whole relevant.
Let me rebut clearly. We're not obsessed with cost. And if you know, we started with how much, how many, when it's going to be distributed, etc. And then we said, oh, because of us knowing that it is the taxpayers' money that is being used, how much will it cost? And you say I should go and make reference to the GET fund document. I've heard you. Fred, what do you make of the initiative? It's been praised all over.
Well, Roland, thank you very much for the opportunity to be here this morning. Let me say good morning to the good people of Sandro Kofi Lobili and Akpafu, and also to the incoming president, President John Dramani Mahama, and also to assure him that the people of this country are praying for him, and the people of this country are standing with him, even as he soldiers on to become the president come 7th January 2025. Every and any initiative that is taken to enhance the quality of education in this country must be applauded. And where the world is moving to, we can't stand and just be watching. We need to be able to catch up with what other children are doing in other parts of the world. And so if government has taken an initiative to try to bring technology closer to our students, we can't help but to applaud it and pray that it's an initiative that will go far, that will help them, that the purpose for which this particular initiative has been initiated will come to fruition. I have a difficulty with the implementation and how we are going about it.
What do you mean by a
Yes,
difficulty?
I'm going to talk to it. I would have thought that we start some of this from the basic schools, the primary school, or the junior secondary school, because this is the place you're supposed to acquire those skills that you need before you move to the secondary school level. And so starting from the secondary school level, at which time are we going to get back to GSS and the primary? Roland, you and I, we are all aware that since the educational curriculum was changed in this country, even the textbooks that are needed for students to study, government has not been able to provide the textbooks. And so if you cannot provide textbooks for our basic schools, our GSS and secondary school, and you wake up one morning and tell them they are giving them tablets to go and study, what are you saying? You know, we have interacted with some teachers who say that even the new syllabus that they brought, reference materials are not available.
What do you mean by reference? They have a guide for the syllabus.
Well, when
Whether
they give
soft
you,
or hard.
when they give you just a guide, it's not enough. You need a reference, a textbook that you can refer to as you prepare your lesson notes and what have you to go and teach. And if the textbook is not there, it becomes a problem. Roland, as we are here now, I think a year or two ago, we were informed that the BEC students were not going to write BEC exams, and that the termination point would be SSCE, and that they'll just write a promotional exam, then they move to SS. Then the first exams will be SS3 level. Go back and talk to the teachers in the schools. We don't know what exactly is going on. As whether they are going to write BEC as the order has always been, or they are going to write the promotional exams and go to SS. We are not too sure.
Why does it come in when we're talking about providing tablets as a key learning tool for students?
We can't discuss tablets in isolation.
Okay.
We are looking at education in general. And there's a reason why government is providing tablets. It's to bring about quality education. And so when the fundamental things are not there, and you just give out a tablet, what have you done? I've argued that as we speak now, some of this time we are told that they are going to be solar and that they don't need electricity. I don't know the last time you travel out of this country. Our children are sitting under trees. Our students don't have furniture, they don't have tables and chairs in the classrooms. These are very, very basic. And so when these ones are not in place, and you go and give them a tablet, I'm not saying it's not good, but I'm saying that get the fundamental right before you start building on it. You know, so I have a difficulty. When Kwesi walked in, he told all of us that the very reason why he's here is because of this thing that was launched yesterday. So I'm surprised you're asking him about the price and he's referring you to a document that go and look out for it. Because he should know this. If he doesn't know, because you be able to call any of his superiors, send them a message to put the figures out.
But you have the from like yourself. Why are you not bringing it out?
You are the spokesperson of Ministry of Education.
It's a public document.
No, but you are the spokesperson, Kwesi. That's why you are here.
No, I am saying that.
Let me just finish. You came here this morning because you want to throw light on this initiative. We are asking for cost because it's not as though Ghanaians really have any confidence in your government when it comes to procurement issues. There are several examples I can cite how you went about procurement and people end up, lining their pockets at the expense of the program or the project. And so we are interested in knowing 1.3 million tablets that you have bought, how much did you get them? Because was it 2-3 weeks ago I heard the teachers complaining that some monies were deducted from their salaries with a promise that they were going to be given laptops. Till date, some have received, others have not received. And nobody is coming
so
clean.
When you finish, I will brief you on all the concerns that you've raised. I just want you to learn.
Very well. That's why we are here. No problem. So I'm raising concerns. We are here to clarify, right?
Yes,
Some teachers are complaining after that they've not received the laptops, even though the monies have been deducted as sourced from their salaries. And so this one that you are telling us, you have just put it out, that you have already procured the 1.3 million tablets. And yet when it comes to the distribution, it says it's going to last from now all the way to September.
Yeah.
If the thing is there already, why do you have to wait till September it gets to everybody? When it's a matter of just sending to the various regions within a week or within a month, and it gets to all the schools. Why must some get it in March, others in April, all the way to September? I don't understand. Maybe you can explain why we have to wait that far. If truly what you are saying is true, that you have procured the 1.3 and all our system there. I have also made a case that it is true that all figures are not equal. We don't have enough resources. I don't think that if Kwesi is sitting here, his son is in secondary school, Kwesi needs the government to buy a tablet for his son before he can have access to.
Well,
are you saying
how much time are you giving to Fred?
Oh, he has 2 minutes. He has 2 minutes more.
Because I've just been watching my time. It looks like he has another advantage when it comes to time.
No.
Kwesi, are you sure?
No, please, you have 2 minutes.
Yeah, so the point I'm making is that
extra 2 minutes.
As Kwesi sits here, I don't think that Kwesi needs government to buy a tablet for him before the son can go to school.
But it's not the first time we're buying tablets.
The point I'm making is that there are people out there in the rural parts of this country, the villages, who truly their parents don't have the means to procure these things. Yesterday, I drove past in front of the International Conference Center, and I saw students from Machimota School, students from all these big schools. The argument I'm making is that majority of these students are from homes where their parents can afford these things and don't need the taxpayer, don't need the government. And so why don't we rather concentrate on the deprived communities where genuinely and truly parents don't have the means so that we can support them? You understand? So for me, I have a difficulty. What we have done over the period, the fanfare. Oh, we have gathered students at a conference center. The media has gathered. We are giving out tablets to students. Everybody's applauding them. Let us see if indeed this tablet will get to all the students. Let us see if all the documents that they need, the reading materials that they've mentioned are all on the tablet. They have a way of charging the tablet. We don't have a situation because as we speak now, Roland, before I land, I'll soon land. You know that even in our secondary schools, students are not supposed to use mobile phones and what have you. This tablet, we are told that they are sad that you cannot go to other side and go and view anything. I pray and hope that that is exactly what the case is. We don't have a situation where you get to our schools and our students.
Time is up.
All right. Now, Kwesi, I think.
Can I respond to some of the concerns that he raised, at least for purposes of education?
Okay.
One has to do with the fact that he felt that, it should have been done at the basic school level before we tackle the senior high school level. I agree with Fred, and it's a valid point that he's raised. But the assurance I'm giving to Fred is that in terms of our commitment to education, it cuts across all levels. And it's even the more reason why in the coming weeks, he will see the launch of the Ghana Smart Schools project also at the basic school level, where there is also an aggressive intervention when it comes to the introduction of technology, even in our basic school. So that assurance is given. As I speak to you, more than 663 of our smart classrooms has already been constructed. But of course, at the basic school level, they are not tablets. We also look at even their ages and the fact that they are able to manage tablets and what have you. So for them, it's critical that you build a classroom installed with smart devices so that they are able to go there together with their teachers.
One that is conducive for.
Yes, for them, yes. So, at the basic school level today, is that level of intervention, which has been done, is left with the lunch and, of course, communicating with the the people of Ghana. Again, I think Fred also raised concern about the fact that there are a lot of challenges within the education space, and for that matter, the point is that you are saying that it may be a misplaced priority, particularly.
Not necessarily,
but of course, the point is that he just tried to, of course, you mentioned.
I think what he's saying is that there are
other challenges within the.
Yes.
I feel that I feel that conversation, if you ask me, is a face value conversation, very simplistic, in the extent that it's just like saying that because I have not been able to, or government has not been able to fix the potholes on the road leading to my house, so therefore, no other road should be constructed elsewhere in the country. Or the fact that maybe our hospitals continue to lack bed. If a government says I'm constructing a teaching hospital, it is not tenable. You see, the solutions to our problem is not necessarily one approach. It can also be multifaceted. And what is most important is at every point, government commitment to any of these challenges remains very high. Particularly if you had recently listened to the GET Fund when they made a presentation to the public. They made the public to know about aggressive intervention when it comes to even the infrastructure deficit within our education space. And for me, I've always maintained that, for instance, if you are talking about infrastructure, for instance, I mean, where these schools under trees comes on, it is not as though these problems are 4-year-old problems. Neither are they 5 years or 8-year problems. A lot of them even predates independence. And so your solution to them would necessarily not be an event. It's going to take time. It requires a process. You are also unable to look into the faces of 1.4 million Ghanaian students and say that because we've not been able to build all schools under trees, we are denying you, I mean, access to
it's like saying because all Earth's problems haven't been solved, don't go to Mars.
I mean,
don't do
such logic that is
I
very
get your
simplistic.
argument.
And I think he also...
But it doesn't watch out. Okay, you wanted to address some of this.
Very finally. I think he spoke also about the fact that some way, somehow, we should have been selective with the distribution and target the villages and what have you. I mean, the same conversation also came up during even the free SHS debate, whether or not it should take that mass nature or whether or not it should be selective. And for me, the first question is that how do you determine, well, I mean, whose parents is rich? Today, if you go to Makola, right, particularly in economy that is largely informal, you may have people who genuinely makes a lot of profit within a day. But because as at now, there is no strong database or system to be able to track them, you may misconstrue them to even be poor. That market woman, that mechanic may actually be earning more than you.
But you know, we have a leap. Just a quick
intervention.
I'm not distracting you.
You are distracting him. You are distracting him, please.
You are distracting me. So the point is that you cannot necessarily say that until you, as a country, you're able to build a strong database, knows the salary earning capacity and the profit margins of people, you are going to deny students.
But that's a strong argument, isn't it?
Solid, but I'm saying that within the context of
do you think your child, if you are in a good earning position,
do you know my salary? Is it because I work with the Ministry of Education?
Should be. You contested for a parliamentary candidacy position.
People like Fred and Co help me.
Asante Achi, no. Oh no. On a very serious. I'm
also serious.
So what happened is that it's as if we don't empathize with some of the conversations we're having. So I have this one from Bobby. Bobby is in Ashale Botre area, or I think he's.
I thought it was my lecturer, Bobby.
He says all those children at the conference center I saw yesterday, majority have tablets, and that's a reflection of most of them who are in these big secondary schools. They should concentrate on the less deprived.
That's right.
It also reduces the numbers and how much the taxpayer would have to spend on them. This is the same principle. No, I haven't finished. Please.
Very well.
This is the same principle they used for free SHS, and there were arguments, and today there are calls for review. You don't have textbooks, but you are sharing tablets. What cry is this? So the argument is that whilst we all agree that the scenario I gave about Earth and Mars, and you also gave about roads, etc., holds, at the end of the day, why don't we concentrate money, for example, for some of the things we want to do into improving the worst sections of education?
Well, first of all,
because, for example, right now you won't tell me the cost.
No, first of all,
you said I should go to Get Fund, so I'll bring a Get Fund formula, and then we'll do the extrapolation.
I will still waive that invitation. I don't know your motive, particularly when I have no motive. So I think that part we are done with that. We should move on. You raise a very fundamental question, which I want to respond. And of course, that had to do with still on the subject matter of selectivity or selective distribution. But first of all, let me state that at the senior high schools level, when it even comes to the review and replacement of their curriculum, we've not replaced their curriculum. So at the secondary school level, where this distribution is ongoing, we do not have an issue of textbooks distribution. That information has to be put succinctly right. Again, this whole textbook conversation, whether or not textbook has been distributed, particularly even at the basic school level, where they had a review of their curriculum, it is important for also us to be fair and also admit that textbooks have actually been distributed. So, textbooks is not an issue again. But come to think of it, are we even going to carry textbooks at our back within the fourth industrial revolution at a time when we can digitize? So, you see, the point is that you need to understand this whole initiative as a government intervention, which, of course, is geared towards an investment in the human or capital resources. And when you talk about smart schools are not necessarily tablets alone. It is even the more reason why in our efforts to transform or convert most of our schools into smart schools, we started with the distribution of one teacher, one laptop. Of course, Fred also made a point that the teachers have not received it. At the SHS level, every teacher has received their laptops. So you have to understand the concept that it is a smart school project that we are building. Smart school is not necessarily about a tablet. Of course, it includes a laptop, it includes a tablet, it includes smart boards, it includes a lot of technological advancements or introduction of technological devices within the schools that converts the schools from the traditional school setting to a smart school. So understand the concept that it is not necessarily about a distribution of a tablet per se, but it is about transforming our senior high schools from the traditional or orthodox schools that we used to go to a smart school. And that includes also the distribution of a tablet. So it is not going to end here, but of course, at some point, there will be distribution of smart boards, Prometheum boards, and what have you, which all comes together to make the smart schools.
So I'm going through the GET Fund. That's the proposed formula for the distribution of GET Fund for 2024, presented before Parliament. You look at the special SHS TVET Digitalization Innovation Program, provision of tablets, as stated in, paragraph 7.2 of that document. It says that the program's objective is to procure tablets for students in second cycle institutions. All right. It continues that in 2023, the fund allocated an amount of 740 million Ghana cedis, 740 million Ghana cedis as part payment for the procurement of 400,000 or 450,000 tablets. So there was an allocation last year of 740 million Ghana cedis.
Allocation is not expenditure. It's important you clarify. You can allocate a amount and spend less.
I'm ready. You said I should go to the
document. Go to the price is actually the cost is there.
Oh, so you know the price.
No, that's why I'm saying that I didn't want you to come from me.
Why?
Particularly when is a public document, you can help us.
You say you didn't know the price. Don't say you want to come from you.
So 740 million was allocated as part payment for the procurement of 450,000 tablets. Mind you, we're supplying 1.3 million. It's nice to hear my voice when on set. Now, the committee also observed that the formula has a provision of 747,500,000. Now, if you move on, to be fair, the tablets then will be costing the, if you do the extrapolation, the region of 3,300 or something like that. Is that fair? Is that a fair extrapolation?
No, allocation is not expenditure. Okay. Get your facts right and let's move on.
Yes, I'm saying that this is what is in the...
No, allocation... Okay.
So how much has been...
Allocations are proposed. I'm saying that within the same... No, you see, just go through the document well. Take your time. And then come out, do extensive research and come out with a figure. Of course, I mean, if you give me some time, I should be able to get the figure for you. But I'm saying that don't also just, push a narrative to your viewers. Using allocation.
You are here and you have refused to answer a very simple question about how much, let's say, an interchange that is being constructed will cost.
Granted.
And then...
Granted without even admitting.
Just opposing that to a procurement activity like this.
I'm saying that granted without even
and
admitting.
And you're saying 1.3 million. They are ready.
Are you?
But that.
Can I come in? I'm saying that granted without even admitting that in my case is even a refusal. I'm not sure it gives anybody the right to also misinterpret public documents to their viewers. That is also wrong. You are unable to rely on a percentage allocation I'm saying that take your time, go through the document, and educate your viewers well, and give them what was actually expended. Yesterday, in one of your sister stations, they took the file, mentioned the amount of figure that was expended. So I'm saying that it is not right for you to push a narrative of allocation and use it as a basis of the actual figure of expenditure.
Have we done the procurement for this?
I mean, then what would be the extent of the laptop even being distributed?
Okay. So in the procurement documentation, how much is one costing?
I am saying that the get fund from Lakavesit, I don't have it off head unless I have the document with me now.
So the 1.3 million tablets, how much do they cost the taxpayer?
I don't know why we are going back and forth. You've done this job for some time now. I've also done mine for some time now. It's just a repetitive question. I'm also giving a repetitive answer. I'm not sure it's helpful. I'm saying that it's a public document. I don't have the document with me. Take your time, go through the document, and give them, the public, the real facts. That doesn't necessarily have to come from me. Parliamentary document is a document, I mean, with hindsight, you have it. But you elected to read a portion that favors, I mean, your motive. And I'm saying that...
I have no motive. I'm asking you a question, a very simple question.
No, but why would you elect not to use the expenditure but allocation?
Anyway, so...
You see, I don't know why Kwesi is doing this. This argument, you don't bring in the argument here. You are the spokesperson for the Ministry of Education.
Yeah.
You are here this morning. When you arrived, you told us that you were asked to come here because of this particular thing that was launched. Is that what you said? And so you should be equipped with all the figures, like total amount of money that was spent on the project. You should be able to tell us.
So, Fred, if I don't have the figures off head.
So you ask him that you should get his producer to get us the figures. He has got to get it out. You have a problem with it.
No, but
let me just make my point.
Do you deal with allocation?
What he just read right now? About
when
700
is so normal. When I interject, you can't be doing that.
Hey, Kwesi, I think that you have a preconceived agenda that you came here with this morning.
No, it's okay. Let's not go into that agenda. No, please.
What are you doing?
Please.
What has it done against?
Please go ahead.
Proceed.
That's what I'm saying, that this the amount you just mentioned has been the amount allocated for the tablets. They are saying that it's part payment for 400,000 plus tablets. Meanwhile, Kwesi is telling us that they've procured the 1.3. Even the money I've paid so far, it's just part payment. So you don't even know the total cost for the 400 plus tablets, let alone the 1.3 that they bought in order. They claim that they already have in stock. So really, we want to know. It's very important. It's not enough to come and tell us that you are giving tablets to our kids and so we should start applauding you. We want to know how much it's costing the taxpayer. We want to know how much each tablet is costing and how much the total is costing. We want to know. We want to know. Don't refer us to any document. Come out with the facts so that all of us can interrogate and speak to it. Now, the issue I raised earlier that Kwesi responded to, that we don't have any empirical data to determine those who are poor and rich in this country. And so how are we going to determine?
And the truth is that apart from means testing, how do you ascertain somebody who does an informal work and informally?
We have a program in this country we call the LEAP program, right? We have been able through the LEAP program to tell families that are poor and families that are rich, persons who need governmental support, that every month you are giving money to them. If you go to the University of Ghana, Legon, they have a desk. If you are from a deprived community, you are from a disadvantaged background, you can walk to that office, and then the university is able to give you some form of scholarship to be able to further your studies. They don't treat all students as the same because they know that we are coming from different backgrounds. I am saying that we don't have resources. Look at our economy currently where we are. So if you have money and you want to spend it on education, I am not saying complete all the programs and the education where you move. If you are putting up a house and your foundation is not good, how do you proceed?
What do you
That's not the first. I'm saying that you go to a school, kids don't even have furniture to sit on. They don't have tables and chairs to sit on. Some don't even have the structure at all. They're under trees. In most of the community, they don't even have electricity. They don't have anything.
So what's your point? That we should use this money rather to do that?
I am saying that we want to know who really needs it. If I can afford to pay for it for my kids, I'm not asking government to come and provide same for my children, because I can do it myself maybe. If he can provide, why must government be the one paying for it?
Do you understand?
So the point I'm saying is that, please, this is not the first time in this country.
And smart school is not a tablet.
Because when we were talking, I kept quiet. You didn't even allow me to ask you a question. This is not the first time we are distributing tablets in this country. If you recall, under President Mahama, over 400 laptops.
President Kufuor, there were even
President
initiatives.
Kufuor. All right, so this is not the first time. And that Professor Mills, we did the same thing. We gave to teachers, we gave to students. We didn't make all them. We didn't give to all the students.
That's a very fair question.
Yes, it came back to the point I made that we didn't give to all the students across the country. We look for those who indeed were in need of. So that the money, at the same time that we're doing that, we're building schools under trees.
There were no textbooks.
We're providing textbooks. We're providing school uniforms. We're providing sandals. So we're tackling all the issues. But right now, you have gone to procure some some tablets. You can't even tell us the total cost of the tablets. We don't even know how much one is costing. You said you have 1.3, and here you are going to do the distribution all the way to September. And I'm asking you, why must it take you 6 or 7 months before you finish the distribution if indeed you have procured all the 1.3? Why don't you just do that within a month? You understand? So I don't believe what they are saying. Of course, we know the way people operate, fanfare. You have come there, you have brought everybody.
That's not fair. What do you mean by fanfare?
That's your opinion. This is not my opinion, you know it's the truth.
No.
That's how this government has always operated. This same issue about free SHS, when they started it, we raised some of these concerns that, hey, we may not have the resources. Can we do it gradually? Can we look at a better approach? They will not listen to anybody. They think that they have all the solutions. Now they are calling for a review. Look at the problem with the free SHS. Feeding. Why?
Who go for it?
Your own people are not, even the president said he's not asking for a review now of the free SHS program.
Fred,
where have you been?
Where do you get your news from?
Why? From Ghana here. He himself is not going for a review. Because you go to the free SHS now, even money to feed the kids becomes a problem. Headmasters must not talk. Nobody must talk. Meanwhile, when you get in there and you talk to them one-on-one, you engage them, you see the real difficulties they are going through. This country belongs to all of us. We all want a good country.
Fred, are you saying that because we have poor schools, etc., we shouldn't decide that we want to undertake a certain innovation where the world is moving to?
I've not said that. Okay. In my earlier submission, I said a brilliant idea that anything, any program, any activity that will enhance quality education, we need to embrace, we need to support it. My argument...
You don't support it.
That's your choice. That's your decision. I have said that this is not the first time we are doing this. And the NDC we did. But we did it well. We did it in a way, in a manner that it didn't become a burden on the taxpayer. So we can see the real results. You are going to give tablets. I was asking about textbooks. Several kids don't have textbooks. Basic school. A child in GSS have never seen a computer before. I visited a school recently, but please, it's not true. Call a teacher, call a teacher, open the line, call a teacher, let them tell you what they're going through.
I speak for the ministry. When I give you,
well, you said they couldn't even give us the total amount of money that they
I refer you to a document.
No, please.
This should not degenerate into.
You couldn't give us the figure. You are the spokesperson.
I'm telling you, I don't have.
Can you allow me to make my point? I visited a school recently.
Where?
In my constituency, one of the schools, a teacher was teaching this computer, whatever it is. He has to sketch, a computer.
Is that not the more reason why we need to distribute?
Hold it. That's what I'm telling you, that these things that we are doing now cannot get to all the kids, cannot get to all the schools. So let's start it from the rural communities. Forget about the Achimota school, forget about the Precept, forget about the Accra schools. Let's go to the rural areas. Because at the end of the day, they are going to write the same BSc or the same WASI. And some of them are so disadvantaged. They've not even seen one before.
Roland,
why is your target?
My
why
son suffer
your
because
target?
He attends Achimota?
Oh, please.
What kind of logic is that?
I am not saying
why
that.
Should my son suffer because he attends Achimota?
That nobody has said that. If you go to Achimota school today and genuinely there's a child there who doesn't have a computer, help him.
Now Achimota is part of the distribution list.
All right.
I went there. I saw the students who came there. You understand? So I'm saying that it's a good initiative that will improve quality of education in this country. Whatever governments will do to improve, we have done in the past, we are still doing. Educational issues will never end one day. It's not an event, it's a process, I agree. Even in America, people are still doing investment in education. In Europe, people are still doing investment in education. We, as a country, will continue to do investment. But we must set our priorities right.
All right.
We must not waste money where we can reserve. We need to use our money judiciously. That's the point I'm making.
So Kwesi, how is the distribution going to be in terms of the phasing? Because you were talking about some phasing, and then is it across all the schools? And which ones will be getting it first?
Yeah. But before that, I find it quite intriguing, the posture of Fred and the NDC. Anytime there is a social intervention, they want to find fault with it, always comes against it, and in another way, lay claims to the fact that they even started it.
You know that cannot be true.
No, but you just said you started it.
Fred.
Oh,
It's entitled. You made an argument. It's also entitled to argument.
No,
please.
Fred, you just mentioned that even in ND system, you distributed some Mahama laptops.
That's true. You know it.
And for so far as the NDC is concerned, at that time, all the problems within the education sector were solved.
You are not listening to me. That's the problem.
No, but when it comes to the government of NPP introducing such an intervention, particularly at the mass scale, with the hope of improving or having an impact on the socio-economic transformation, that becomes a problem.
The procurement
I feel that discrepancy and dishonesty should be looked at.
The procurement benefit that you people were doing, it's not
that but your time wasn't about procurement. Your time, you commanded the laptops.
Give us the figure. You're not giving us the figure.
Then did you command the laptops?
Give us the figures. We gave you the figures at our time.
What was your figures?
You're coming to ask me. That's what we're discussing.
No,
you that just launched your program yesterday, don't know the figures. You're asking me something that we did maybe some 12 years back.
He's on the floor. Kwesi, so you were making a point.
It's an interaction.
No, it's not. It cannot be an interaction. He's making a point.
It's a rude interjection.
So
oh no, but seriously. So Kwesi, make your point.
But I was just looking at their posture when it comes to anything that has to do with a social intervention by the NPP government. This is not the first time. Free maternal care, they had issues with it. When you look at, for instance, free SHS policy, they had issues with it. National health insurance, they had issues with it. But I mean, hypocritically, they make a U-turn and then lay claim to the fact that they even started. I mean, yesterday, I saw one of your guys has posted on social media that even when it comes to the distribution of tablets and the introduction of smart classroom, it was started by Professor Gina Nopoko Ajama. On one side, and what did you distribute? At that time when you people were starting, you didn't see that there were challenges within the education space. You see, the point I'm making is that when you talk about challenges within any sector of the economy, Roland, if we give all of us sitting here, the three of us, pen and paper, to itemize challenges within all the sectors of the economy, everybody is going to get. If the logic is to suffice, that because there are challenges, so we should not adapt to the changing trends of the global world or the global demands, then probably we should all shut the whole economy down and everybody go to sleep. That is not the logic that we are advancing here. We are committed to addressing all these challenges that confront us as a people holistically. At the same time, we are also mindful of the global trends and the changing trends in education. And we as a government are very committed to it. And you see, when we talk about the distribution of tablets, you see, the understanding that I want Fred and his friends to understand is that it is not as though it is a mere distribution of tablets. It is an introduction of what you call smart classroom space. So the smart classroom, the tablet is just a component of the smart classroom. And so, I mean, the subsequent months, subsequent years, of course, we are going to add the other components that comes together to form what we call a smart classroom. So don't situate the whole conversation as though and trivialize it and make it look like, oh, the state does not have money and government is distributing tablets. And for that matter, person A child needs it and person B child does not need it. I mean, like I indicated, why should I suffer or why should I be denied an access of technology because I happen to be in Presec, Lagos, Atimota? I mean, what kind of logic is that? So when it comes to some of these things, let's have a well-balanced conversation and do not unfairly put some Ghanaian students in a very disadvantaged position just because they happen in very good
So my
schools.
question, I asked a question about the distribution.
Yeah, I mean, the distribution
You remember
plan,
the question now?
Yes, distribution plan, yeah, I mean, it began yesterday. You see, what you have to understand is that even prior to the president launching the initiative, I mean, we piloted with at least 30 schools.
Across Ghana?
Across the country, yes. And those 30 schools, I mean, because of the pilot, they even had their tablets distributed to them. But of course, they were waiting for the official launch before they are able to share to the students. But in terms of the distribution or delivery to the schools had them. So the distribution started yesterday. But of course, at
to
every
30 schools?
Yeah, to 30
secondary
schools.
schools?
Yeah, 30 senior high schools. And like I indicated, at every point, free SHS will come out with a schedule, which the schedule includes the list of schools that are ready, and then the company quickly intervenes and then does the distribution. Because the whole point is that at every point we create a very unique reference number for the students, and then match it with the tablet. So that data at every point has to be created by.
There's a unique number for the student.
Yes.
The beneficiary student.
Yes, yes. In relation to the usage of the tablets.
Laptop. But the laptop are supposed to be permanent properties of the schools or allocations of the schools.
Yes. So far as you remain a student,
you use it.
Yeah, you use it. You can use it. Yeah, you can use it even whilst in school and even at home. But of course,
you can take the tablet home.
Yes, but when you leave school, certainly the content does not become relevant to your study again, because right after SHS, the content is not beyond SHS. Then you leave it for the school. But so far as you remain a student for the entire 3-year duration, then the tablet literally belongs to you until you
So in Accra, which schools do we have?
In terms of the 30 schools,
yes, if you can. If you can.
Quickly, I have the list here. Just give me a second.
Why is it for the list?
No, I have it. I have it. You don't
let him have his floor. Then I'll talk about the CV before we close.
So I mean, without any order, I'm sure it's regionally distributed. So I have Ola Girls.
By region, that's fine.
Ola Girls. I have Ola Girls is Ahafo. Efua could be Ashanti, Notre Dame, Bono, Kwase. I think all the STEM schools have them.
Okay.
Bono.
We have 10 STEM schools.
Yes, right? Nyakrum, Central, St. Augustine, Central, Abri Girls, Easton. You know Raura in Oti. Raura SHS, Bogatanga Girls, Nandom SHS, Mauli SHS. Mauli is in the Volta region. That's your hometown. Or your home region.
I come from the Volta region.
Okay, very well. Ahantaman Girls, Western, Ghana SHTS, Western, Takwa SHS, Damango. And I think there's also some other school here. There is Bosom Tree Girls, Opokuare, Ola SHS, St. James.
Seminary.
Yes, St. James Seminary. Remember recently 2 of their students were part of the awardees. Where they were
West
awardees here. ATTC, OIC, Pesempe SHS, Awasos.
The OIC here.
Yeah. You know, Pesempe is also a STEM school. And Awaso is also a STEM school, Applied Technology Institute, Achimota, Manfe Methodist, Abomosu STEM, and then Wesley Girls. So, I mean, those are the list of tests. I think it cuts across. It's not necessarily based on
sure.
region, yeah.
I think that's fair. So the next phase will be when? So these 30 schools have them, or the allocation is going to these 30 schools?
Yeah. No, I'm saying that these 30 schools have them.
Okay. And so the next phase will be when?
So the distribution, the first
Until
phase,
September.
yes, it's ongoing. It's not as though we are going to break.
All right.
Roland, I really wish that you have time.
No, I don't have.
No, but listen to me first.
Yes, please.
Why are you in a hurry? To allow the callers, like teachers, to call into this program. They claim that all teachers in secondary school.
I can't ambush him.
No, all teachers in secondary school have received their laptops. It's not true. I've received several messages.
I don't think
from teachers from secondary school,
from senior high school.
Yes.
No, we just finished a meeting with the teacher unions. No, my boss just tested. We just finished a meeting with the teacher unions.
They didn't want me to intervene.
And then you have this. I think this is a profound announcement.
It's fair.
But I've received messages from teachers.
I'm sure I'll come in.
Yes.
Their monies were deducted and they've not received any laptop till date. Some have said a laptop that came in after 2 months, 3 months, they've broken down. They are spending about 600, 1,000 Ghana to fix them up. Of course, machines, devices can go down. We need to even be sure of the quality of this tablet that they are procuring. That they will not go and procure any inferior materials that come and give to these kids. After 3 months, 2 months, they will break down. We can't repair them. They become other issues.
Hypothetical situation.
Yeah, but we need to know. We need to know the quality. The quality standard we need to know. He made a point that NDC is always against social intervention. Maybe your understanding of social intervention is a bit limited. What are social interventions? Are social interventions actually meant for the rich and affluent in society? Social interventions are supposed to target the ordinary, the disadvantaged people in the society.
Mention two that your government has.
That is not the subject matter. Can you allow me to my point? It's supposed to target those people. And social interventions are not necessarily permanent interventions. You introduce them to solve problem, while to find a lasting solution to the problem. You people have never believed in social interventions, but you think that it gives you some political advantages, so you go and scratch at it, you leave it, we come and do it. The national health insurance that you are talking about, go and check the issue of national health insurance in this country. Far back in 1998, when the idea was first muted, 1998, you were not in government then. When the idea was muted in Parliament, even then, Dr. Adokufo was the ranking member on health.
Fred,
of them went against it. I'm concluding.
You brought national health insurance.
Because he cited it, and he asked me to mention to that's what I want to tell him. So the point I'm making is that we believe in this thing, social intervention. That's why that's our philosophy. That's what we believe in. Don't just come and scratch the thing, muddy it, and leave it at that place. Okay. For us to not come and struggle to make it work out.
Mr. Patin, as you conclude,
you don't want to give me time to speak after. You give all the time to you.
No.
Hey,
you're done. You're done.
Because I am in opposition.
You are done.
The man is in power.
He says that I have an agenda. You
no, but every viewer will know that you have given all the time. And I've challenged him on this platform. He has said categorically that all the teachers in
for avoidance of doubt
have been given computers.
For avoidance of doubt.
And you can call the Nagra president.
No, it's my intent.
It's not your turn. Not call you.
No, he said that. He said you are
done.
He said you are done. Yes.
Roland.
For avoidance of doubt and purposes of clarity, let it be on record that Fred Agbanyo sat on TV and failed to mention 2 social interventions.
Can you imagine?
By the NDC.
Can you imagine?
But let me proceed.
Can you imagine?
No, it's on record. Ghanaians are watching.
We have done 2 minutes, several of them.
As I mentioned 2.
Finish. But you don't need to confirm. You don't have to tell me.
We are waiting for a message.
Can
I proceed? Can I proceed?
I'm waiting for you.
Be nice.
If you provide what
be nice.
If you will electricity, no social intervention.
No, I'm saying that be nice.
When is that national health insurance that you are talking about? It was this, he asked me.
Please call him to order. Tell him to be civil.
It was a mutual. It was a district mutual health fund.
Tell him to be civil.
If you were in Tema and you were sick and you can't, why you invited me?
We are on TV. We are not.
Why you don't know why you invited me?
Let him make his point.
I've revoked my invitation. I mean, Fred laid a claim about the distribution of laptops.
Yes, to teachers.
To teachers. It is true that in terms of the distribution of laptops, in terms of all the quantity has not been distributed to all teachers. But emphasis has to be made that where this tablets distribution is ongoing, particularly with the targets of the Smart Schools project, that is at the SHS space, every teacher has received their laptops. The only challenge had to do with the basic school, as at now.
So you are saying that all
senior high school
teachers,
yes,
they've all received their laptops.
Yes. But that's it's not true.
And then
the unions just had a meeting with us, and I've just been.
How many are left?
So as at now, the data I have here, they were supposed to, in terms of the teaching staff, they were supposed to receive 280,000 laptops. 252,794 has already been distributed. That's why I said that at the SHS level, where this intervention with the distribution of the tablets is ongoing, everybody has. It represents 90%, and this is as at the 15th of March 2024.
Right.
Just now, there was a meeting held between the ministry and, of course, the unions. And the briefing I have as I'm sitting here is that the unions have agreed for the company that is doing the distribution, and they've given them up to June of this year to finish the distribution of that of the basic school level.
Which company is doing?
KA Technologies.
Are they the same people doing this one?
It's a Ghanaian company, yes.
They are the same people doing the tablets?
Yes. So the claim that is being bundled around, that at the SHS level, we did not wait to finish the distribution of the teacher's laptop and we just proceeded with that of the student's tablet, is not the case. Where there was a lapse within the distribution chain by the company had to do with the basic school level, which they've taken responsibility and have assured of the distribution.
So let me get this. How come the company that has not finished distributing the teachers' laptops onwardly then is doing this one too? I don't know. How does it work?
It is not as though...
You don't finish one tax before you go on.
No, but it is not as though the teacher's laptop, the rest will not be distributed. The distribution is still ongoing. The distribution is not an event. Okay. So it's still ongoing.
Okay. So we have 1.3 million ready. 30 schools already have received.
Yes, as at yesterday.
Yes.
And the distribution is still ongoing.
And the K Technology contract is how much? How much does these 1.3 million tablets cost the taxpayer?
Roland, let's make it this way.
Roland, let's make it this way. So I'll get a full figure for you and update you accordingly. Is that okay with you?
That is fine.
Yeah, sure.
That is fine.
Roland, Kwesi sat on this platform this morning and categorically said that all secondary school teachers have received their tablet and their laptops.
Yeah, mention one.
That was a categorical statement you made.
Yes.
I'm receiving messages from teachers.
Which message?
Who I can show them all of them. Some of them
Show
were
it,
even
show
sent
it,
to you.
show
No, he's saying that.
And-
what Kwesi is saying is that
We all heard what they
when
said.
it comes to
Don't interpret
senior
what they
high
said.
schools,
Don't interpret what they said. We
when
all
it,
heard what
when
they
it comes to
said.
senior high
Don't
schools,
interpret
when
what
it comes
they
to
said.
senior high schools, all of them.
And I'm saying it's not
How?
true. And even the claim by Kwesi here this morning
I'm not here as
that
a-
they have procured
I'm here as a
1.3 million laptops and tablets and they are all sitting there. It's also not true. Kwesi, I am putting it to you that your claim that government has procured 1.3 tablets and they are sitting there is not true.
So what is your version of
It
truth?
is.
You give us your
You
version
know
of
it
the
is
truth.
not true.
Tell us the
We have
number.
sat on this
I'm
platform.
saying that tell us the number that has been procured.
As far as we are concerned, is the 400 that they just
Tell us the
mentioned
number
in
that
the
has been
document you
procured.
read.
450,000.
450,000. That's what you have procured. 450,000, not 1.3. Please.
I am telling you.
That is what you have procured.
I am telling you.
That is what you have procured.
I am
And even
telling
that
you
one,
that, like
you
the
can't tell
president-
the amount of money you spent on it.
I am telling you that, like yesterday, the president indicated 1.3 million laptops has been procured in terms of distribution from now till September.
And I am suggesting
Ghanaian
to you
students are
and the
going to receive
president
it.
that information is not true.
Oh.
That information is not true.
we should believe you
Even
that
the
the president-
450 that you procured, you have only paid part payment. You have not even paid the full payment.
Which is
so
what
why
amount?
then did you get the money
How
to
much did you
procure the
pay? How much did you
1.3?
pay? How much was the part
You
payment?
procure 450
How much was the part
tablets.
payment?
Let me
and
read
you
a couple-
paid part
how much
payment.
was the part payment?
So how then you come and say
How
and tell us that
how
you
much
have
was the
paid
part
for the
payment?
Let me read a
1.3?
couple of-
You don't know
How
if
much
it's
was the part
If
payment?
I don't know, you should know. He mentioned
Please
the
mute
figure.
their mics for
Then-
me.
He mentioned the figure 750.
Please mute
He
their
mentioned
mics
the-
for me.
Allocation.
Look at this.
I have this one from Agnes Jima, who says, as a parent, I'm thrilled about this initiative. It will enhance my child's learning experience and prepare them for the future job markets. And then this one from Kwame, who says, could you kindly inquire from the PRO about the expected delivery date for the laptops that the teachers paid for? You're talking about the remaining. Wait time.
Again.
The balance or the remaining laptops for teachers. When would they be?
I'm saying that is the distribution is ongoing. But you understand that there was a problem with data collection from the schools themselves. It is a more reason why this time around Free SHS is the one
Always blaming
controlling.
somebody for something.
Free SHS is the one controlling the data
You are not
organization.
funny
and-
at all.
they-
You are always blaming somebody for something.
No,
You
this-
took the
this is-
teachers'
you
money.
can read the message.
You
This
took
is
their money.
Charles Apostle,
You
he's a teacher.
deducted their money
You
from
can read it.
source
You can read
and
this
claim
message.
that why you have asked your boy to send you a
Oh,
message.
no, you should read the whole chapter.
You understand?
No, you read it, at least.
With regards to the teacher laptops, there was a problem with data collection too, so there are challenges with distribution. He works with K Technologies.
No, he's a teacher.
Charles?
Yes, Charles
in charge of
Apostle.
data.
So if you know there was a problem, why did you say that?
I am saying that.
distributed it to
I am
The
others?
saying
Charles
that.
is in charge of the distribution of the laptops.
No. Remember, I told you that in terms of the remaining 10% at the basic school level, the distribution is ongoing. But they had to rely on data from the schools. And the data, there were challenges with the data collation. It is even the more reason why at the SHS level, we are not relying on the data from the schools necessarily. Remember that when it comes to the distribution of the teacher laptops, it was an initiative from the teacher unions themselves. They brought it.
Yeah, but we're not discussing that. So.
No, but
Yeah, I just need a
no,
clarification.
No, but I'm saying
Roland.
that. So with regards to the distribution, the teachers and the teacher unions had much control on the distribution plan. Of course, the company has still
Okay.
not been able to.
So this
deliver.
one from Isaac Donko on our stream. He says that he's surprised that the question about the cost, which ideally should be coming from the appropriate government agency for which you're representing, you don't want to answer.
Come again.
I didn't hear it.
The cost. He says he's surprised that you are not.
No, Roland. You see, you have pushed a narrative, and the public is believing that I don't want to answer. I am saying
No,
that when you ask.
No. But sincerely, I've asked you a question you haven't answered.
No,
Kwesi Kwarteng, with
no,
all jokes aside,
no,
I'm asking, and I'll pose this question again. Kwesi Kwarteng, how much is the cost of the 1.3 million tablets to be distributed to the students? It's a very simple question.
Roland, you see, as a PRO, you have two options. The first option is to make an admission that in terms of the question that you've been asked, you do not have the full facts
and for that matter, you will go and get the data and bring it. Of course, I've been coming on this platform. I can share with you and put it out in the public. And the second option is to put any facts, bundle any facts around, which would then tend to be false. I mean, it is only fair that you give me that opportunity to get a figure for you. That's why I said that. I mean, even for avoidance of doubt, the figure has already been captured in a government public document, which is a parliamentary document accessible to both MPP and NDC MPs, and also a public document. You even have it, just that you elected to read a portion of allocation instead of expenditure.
You didn't read anything at all. He read at least something.
I don't have the document here. I don't have the document here.
So,
why don't you have it?
So I don't understand.
So
you said I should
go
look through the document and then
out.
look at the cost.
It doesn't give you the right to put.
No, but that would not be an authentic.
No, I'm saying that doesn't give you the right to put any figure that is not bordering on expenditure. You should have just given the actual figures on expenditure, not allocation. Allocation, they will allocate things, and we don't necessarily spend
very categorically that not all senior secondary school teachers.
He was reading the messages.
That's one. Two, you've not been able to prove that your government has procured and
Mr. Bachman from Cape Coast. Good morning to you, Uncle Bachman.
Tablets. It's not true.
Now, he said, what is the education spokesperson saying? He cannot tell us the cost of the tablets, so he expects you rather to tell us. Okay, so he says he'll provide it, I think then. Now, he says, can the spokesperson tell us the type of tablets they are going to give the students by way of the specifications?
They will not even mention.
Do you know the specifications of the tablet?
Yeah, I have it. I need to confirm for you. Okay. You see the way I speak with precision. I am unable to just throw any figures around.
It's only the price you don't know.
Stop that. So the screen size is 10.1 inch. The RAM is 4 gigabytes. In terms of the storage is 128 gig. Battery capacity is 3.7 volts / 8,000 mAh. Of course, it lasts between 7 to 8 hours minimum. A solar chargeable power bank. It also have how do you call it? Bro, help me.
What?
The cost?
No.
What?
No. I'm talking about has a. This is a device.
Hard drive?
No, not the hard drive. This is a keyboard.
Keyboard.
Yeah, it also has the keyboard component. But I mean, the specifications are.
The tablet has a keyboard. Additional.
Yeah, additional keyboard too. Okay. Yes. So I mean, from the specifications that I just gave you can see that if it definitely falls within one of the best products on the market.
But even, you know the cost.
I am saying that I'll get the cost for you. I don't have it.
You know the specification and everybody don't know the cost.
I don't have it off head.
So if you can pull the specification, why can't you pull the cost?
Have you been on a program with Edem Agbana before, the parliamentary candidate?
So many times.
Okay, so he said I should read this message to you. He says, please read this message. He said, read this message to
Edem is in the
I know
habit
him
of
very
lying.
well. He says it is gross incompetence and unacceptable that the PRO of the ministry, paid with our taxes, cannot even tell us the cost of the project launched by a ministry. Okay, so he said I should read it. So I decided to read it to you as well. Let me just get a couple more messages.
Can I respond to it since he read directly to me? So, Edem, thank you for the notice. The assurance is that I will verify the facts and get it for you. I hope this resolves it. Can we move on?
You are just evade the figure. You know it's scary.
He says, so I have this one from Alfred who says, good morning, Roland. Do you think the beneficiaries are concerned about the cost? You understand the PRO, but you know why you are still insisting on cost.
Yeah, one question you repeated it like so many times.
I'm not entitled to repeat questions.
Oh, why not? I can't dictate you how you do your work. But at least, to be fair, I responded to you, so okay. it makes it.
And you've given us a response. So
no, it makes it quite unusual when you've repeated it like 12 times. You don't ask 12 questions.
I didn't repeat the question 12 times.
It's
That's a categorical question. Master Planner Junior Kintampo, Zach, how are you? Good morning to you. He says the one student, one laptop, it's actually one tablet, has taken the NDC by surprise. They thought it is not going to be possible. Regardless of all the challenges we are faced with, the government of the MPP, led by Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, is still delivering in all sectors of the economy, from roads, education, agriculture, and many more. Master Planner Junior Kintampo. Zach, good morning to you. How are
Roland.
you? I hope you're
Roland.
well.
You were struggling with chalk distribution.
No, Roland.
Even
Roland.
chalk distribution, you were struggling with.
Money says
Chalk distribution.
He's also complaining about cost.
Textbooks. No,
I'm saying that they were struggling with chalk distribution, basic chalk distribution. They were struggling with.
I don't know what
that won't
kind
give
of
chalk.
social interventions are.
You were struggling with chalk
I
distribution.
have this one from Oheneba who
interventions.
says, my cousin teaches at Kede Senior High School and he's not received his laptop yet.
For that one, I told you he's lying about it. There's
No,
no
but
truth.
he-
I've
no,
received
no, he
several
says that-
messages from teachers
He said
themselves.
everybody has received.
He said everybody has received, and I'm saying it's
I
not
have
true.
this message from
It's not true.
So if that, I mean,
I have this one from Ayimedu.
One secondary technical school that teachers they have.
I have Ayimedu. Ayimedu's person. I like reading Ayimedu. Ayimedu likes.
What's a secondary technical school?
Ayimedu. Let me
You
just
fail
read.
to
We
distribute
have Kasha.
basic
Kasha goes with a
commodities
short
like
talk.
Boema Secondary School in Jessica. A teacher asked me a message from them.
Good morning,
fail to
Roland. Nana
distribute
Ayimedu,
chalk.
Jubilee
You
House
are
Communication says
You
it
fail.
is clear that the NDC is dazed by the one student. One laptop. Is it one
Because
laptop?
we have
or
not done it before.
Tablet. Okay, one
In
student, one tablet.
2013,
project. Fred is talking carrots in a conversation of
400,
Oh, he didn't allow you to read the message. He was interrupting. You have to repeat the message.
In 2013, we gave out 400 laptops.
were struggling
So we have
students.
Government comes in, gives free SHS and also
400,000
adds
students.
tablets.
Okay, just a minute.
400,000.
Thank you for passing through the
But-
studio
Yeah, sure.
this morning. And then also Fred Agbenyo,
For
the
social
parliamentary
intervention,
candidate
should I even
for
mention about-
the Guam
Why?
constituency.
Well,
Now,
water for
we have
vulnerable
Kasha.
children.
Kasha goes with the short code *439#. And then with *439#, you are in a position
Disability for
to get, please, to get money credited into your mobile money account. Now come to me, and it's also the birthday of Solis Tamaklo of Dansoman Agege. It's coming from the Tamaklo family, and I wish you all the best.